We're halfway to the climax. I'm John Rethlin with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 30 Night 9 and 10 events. I apologize for not doing single reviews of these shows, but I had to work and I also need some sleep. I mean, we kind of need that stuff. It's kind of important. If you don't achieve enough sleep, then you can't properly reach your climax. This got messy really quickly. Moving on. This was actually a pretty good pair of shows. There was one match I did not like on Night 9. I wonder if you can guess which one that is. And there were a couple decisions on the Night 10 event that I was a bit shocked by. But that being said, overall, I really have enjoyed this tournament. Let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. And I do want to say, one, I will have point totals at the end of each review, Night 9 and 10. And then also, you may get one or two more double reviews, depending on my work schedule, because I am working a whole lot, but I will continue to review these, and I'm really, really excited to see what they're going to do for the rest of the tournament. The point totals are kind of close for, a lot of people, so you really could go one of a few ways. It probably end up still being Jay White winning it, but anyway. So, we started with Gabriel Kidd and Yuya Uemura with some nice Young Lion action, and the series roll-ups was pretty nice, some heavy strikes laid in, and a Lion Tamer for the win. Yuya Uemura beating Gabriel Kidd, some good stuff. Shingo Takagi versus Yujiro Takahashi. While it was good at parts, it did also have some very awkward spots. I don't know if the timing was off or what. We got a cane spot. The cane got broken. And a pump and bomber and Last of the Dragons. 1, 2, 3. And Shingo Takagi gained the victory. Went on a couple minutes longer, I think, than it needed to. Yujiro's not going to get a goddamn point in this tournament. I'd be very shocked if he did. I mean, unless it's like on the final... on the final or second to final night, I just would be very shocked if he got a victory. It's not to Yujiro's bad, but he's there basically just to be a punching bag for everybody. So, Shingo Takagi gained the victory, and then Jay White with Goto versus Jeff Cobb. Motherfucking Christ, can they stop with this goddamn interference? I know Jay White's supposed to be a heel. Goto is a great booker. He is a terrible on-screen character. He offers nothing now. Absolutely nothing. I got why they paired him with Okada. They wanted to do what they did, all those years ago. And pairing him with Jay White made sense. But it's fucking over right now. It is so goddamn stupid. And if I'm going to criticize other wrestling companies for this shit, and I gotta criticize New Japan. And I love New Japan. They are better than this shit. I mean, they're still a wrestling company. And sure, Goto may want to do what he can to, try and help Jay White. He's not helping Jay White. Also, Jay White, while good, is not as great as they need him to be, and this booking ain't fucking helping. Clash of Styles, to say the least. We got stalling by Jay, and once Goto gets in, the fun begins. Whew! Cobb is very good. Jay is fine. It's just the interference fucking killed. It was an overdrive. It was ridiculous. Tour of the Islands, though, 1, 2, 3. I mean, Jeff Cobb won, but did he really win? Yes, he got 2 points over Jay White, but does Jeff Cobb look any better coming out of this? I don't think so. And I think that Jay White's probably still going to be the one that wins the tournament, which is going to bring my interest in the Wrestle Kingdom main event down significantly. So we then get intermission so they can clean the ring with sanitize. Very good stuff. I think they should keep this going on even in years to come. Minoru Suzuki and Okada. I mean, of course it's going to be good. There's no molten hot UK crowd to cheer Suzuki, on to winning the IWGP Heavyweight Championship like there was at Royal Quest. They really wanted him to win. I wanted him to win. I was hoping he didn't. Some very good submission work. Some good strikes and viciousness by Suzuki. The strikes, the forearms, damn, this was just really goddamn good. I'm not going to go into too many details about this. What shocked me was the trap pin and Okada got the victory. I'm not shocked Okada won. I'm shocked that it was as sudden as it was. But that being said, it made sense. Suzuki doing all that shit. He just got shocked by a trap pin, and he was still upset, throwing shit around everything, running at the officials, as Minoru Suzuki can only do. And Okada gained the victory, getting 2 points. It was the right call. We then get Ishii versus Taichi. This is the kind of Taichi I want to see in matches. If you can do this shit, I'm more on board with Taichi gaining a big push to, say, the Intercontinental Championship. That's another thing they got to do. Just really quickly, before I get to Night 10. They got to separate the Intercontinental and the IWGP Heavyweight Championships soon. I understood why they did it at Wrestle Kingdom. It's been almost a goddamn year. They got to separate them at some point. If you don't separate them at Wrestle Kingdom, separate them soon after. Because the whole double champion thing, it's done to death. And now it's gotten to the point where it's like, okay, now it's not doing any good. I get that they have a bit of a less, a smaller crew, you can still make an Intercontinental Championship feud work, and you can actually build a division around it. But fucking hell, you can only do that if you get it away from this double champion thing. What do you think? Answers in the comments, please. So, this was good stuff, though. Taichi targeting the neck. Yes, Ishii has a neck, believe it or not. A buckle bomb, which there was no sell theater from there on out. They were no selling everything. And then, hitting the move and then popping back down. Big last right for 2. And then, more no selling. What shocked me was Ishii beating Taichi. I actually thought Taichi was going to get the victory. But yeah, vertical drop brainbuster, that is. 1, 2, 3. Good stuff. Really enjoyed it. And Ishii, goddamn great. Even in defeat, he looks great. But he shockingly won here, and I'm all for it. Now, Will Ospreay versus Kota Ibushi. Putting aside how I feel about the aerial ass, and I'll continue to call him that until he apologizes for what he did, how can you go wrong with these two? Like, really, how can you fucking go wrong with these two? Match was great. Of course it was going to be. Ospreay was much more heelish, as he should have been, because he knows the vast majority of people don't like him. And if you like Ospreay, fine, whatever. Right? Am I going to judge you guys? No. We all like people that maybe, have done shitty things. Though what Ospreay has done is a little shittier. But anyway, enough of that. It was good shit, some flippy shit, some knees and strikes, the Sasuke special. They tried to recreate that spot where Ibushi popped Ospreay off the top and then he just stuck the landing and just had that look and the great camera work. They tried to recreate that. Didn't exactly work, but since Ospreay's more of a heel now, I guess it sort of worked. Since with just a different variation. Ibushi got that look, the look where he goes to that dark place. You don't want that look. Well, anybody does if they want Ibushi to win, which we did. Snap bomb for 2, another bomb for 2, plenty of counters, Oscutter counter with a freaking kick, and then Kamigoye 1, 2, 3. And Ibushi won out of goddamn nowhere. I was a bit shocked. That match went by in a flash. I think it was actually still close to 20 minutes, but it was good shit. Point totals now. Will Ospreay with 6. Yujiro Takahashi with 0, as he should have. And I don't hate Yujiro, he just shouldn't have any points. Jeff Cobb with 4. Taichi with 6. Tomohiro Ishii with 4. Minoru Suzuki with 6. Takagi Shingo that is, with 4. Jay White with 6. Okada with 6. And then Kota Ibushi with 8. Okay, now, moving on to the Night 10 event. So, explosive action tonight at Night 10. And if you get it, you fucking get it. So, Yuya Uemura and Yota Tsuji, it ended up going to a draw. But I think these guys could have a great goddamn feud going forward. It's not that the match isn't worth, it's not that there isn't anything worth knowing that this match has. But still, some pretty damn good stuff. Yota did do a cool senton, flipping senton, and then a nice splash for 2. Boston Crab spot. Big spear by Yota. And, Yuya was having a good showing here. And he got hit with he got slapped on with the crab, but got to the ropes. And a slap battle, and they ended up going to a time limit, and then they brawled a bit afterwards or whatever. It was good stuff. And I would like to see what these guys can do with, gimmicks a couple of years from now, and see how they feud. So then we get Yano versus Goto. Usually, it ended in 18 seconds. Goto said bullshit to the shirt and then trapped him with a weird pin and got the victory. One of two things about this. Yano usually has short matches, whether he wins or loses. Goto has had 2 short matches. This and then the Zack Sabre Jr. match, I think, was 3.5 minutes. I think Goto's injured. I think that shoulder's bothering him more than they're saying, but he is a battle-hardened veteran, and I know that he's going to fight through this, but he's going to need some time off. I would not be shocked if they're doing, some kind of therapy trying to help him through it, but he's not going to be part of, I don't know if he's going to be part of World Tag League. He might need some time off. They might need to give him some surgery, or at least some rehab or something. But he beat Yano he beat him in 18 seconds, which I was shocked. I was like, so the first one goes to a 15-minute time limit draw, and then this goes 18 seconds. And then Sonata versus ZSJ. How could it not be good? These guys, always work well together. Now, I did get a little bit annoyed when they kept seemingly feuding throughout last year. Though the matches were good, this felt fresh. Maybe it's just because New Japan was off for a number of months and they've been back since, late June, early July. But it just feels fresh. Plus, it's in the G1, so the stakes are raised. So, the stakes are all high and everything. High stakes. You don't want to rub marijuana into your stakes. That's kind of a weird thing. Moving on. This was good stuff with some great submission trading. pin trading, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. ZSJ is a goddamn joy to watch. Give him a fucking push, a big push, because his style stands out in New Japan. His style stands out anywhere because it's different. There's nobody like him out there. And I'm not saying there haven't been other submission-based wrestlers and there aren't others that are really, really good. CSJ is on another goddamn level. And he's just so fucking good. Great arm focus. It was really, really great shit. Then eventually Sonata gets kind of a TKO off the ropes and then hits a moonsault for 3. I was a bit shocked by how quick that was, but I'm not complaining. Sonata gained the victory. Made sense considering he just beat Tetsuya Naito in his most recent match before this. So, then they announced that tours are going to be happening. Power Struggle is going to happen on the 7th of November. Okay, good stuff. I'm all for it. Which maybe means we're going to get a bit of a tour before that. I don't know, though. The G1 runs through the 18th, and I think they're probably at least going to take a week off. I don't know what I'm going to do for the Road to Power Struggle shows. I'll see, but I will for sure be watching Power Struggle and reviewing it. And then World Tag League and Best of Super Junior tours from the 15th of November. The finals on the, they said the 6th or the 11th. I think it's the 11th. Regardless, they're going to do 2 tours at the same time. So I don't know how they're going to do this. I don't know if they're going to do World Tag League one night and then Best of Super Juniors the next night, or if they're going to say have 2 tournament matches each night and then a couple of Young Lion matches. I'm not really sure. I don't know how deep the fields are going to be, so I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I will do my best to review all those. But I do want to say right now, if for any reason I get busy with work, if I have to either double up reviews or whatever, I may not be able to review every single one. Sometimes, my time is limited on these things, but I will see what I can do. That is the holiday season, so I do get busy with work, but I'm excited to see what they do. And as long as the fields are deep enough, I'll for sure be watching for the Best of Super Junior action. World Tag League, those reviews didn't particularly do all that well, so, maybe I'll review, maybe. We'll see what happens. But regardless, it's cool that they're doing Best of Super Juniors, kind of making up for what happened, when it got canceled because of the ongoing you-know-what. So, it'll be interesting to see what they do. What do you think of the idea of them doing tours at the same time? Answers in the comments. So, Juice vs. Evil with Dick Togo. Togo attacking Robinson. Man, they've got Dick Juice all over the goddamn ringside. And if you think I didn't tweet that, you don't know me very well. Well, it was fine. I'm sick of the interference. This was less egregious, though. But it still was a little annoying. The exposed turnbuckle, it picked up a bit. More interference, low blow. Everything is evil, 1, 2, 3. This bothered me a little bit less than the Jay White stuff, but was still a bit much. And then we get Yoshihashi versus Naito. I'm going to say this much. This match would have been fine in 15 minutes. It was highly competitive, and yeah, it was champion versus champion, but it shouldn't have been this long. It should have been 15 minutes. I'm glad that Yoshihashi got his shots in on the world champion. I just think that they should have shortened it up. That's just my opinion. It wasn't bad, but 10 minutes off, and it would have been even better. At least 8 minutes off, because this does not need to be about a minute longer than the main event. So yeah, Destino, by the way, for 3. Tanahashi versus Kenta, it was good. Kenta did work on the knee a lot of working on the knee. Tanahashi eventually coming back, working on Kenta's knee because he wants everybody to feel his pain. And then we get a briefcase shot after a ref bump. People hate red shoes, and I don't fucking get it. And then, no 3 count. Well, he doesn't get the victory there. Cloverleaf for the win. Kenta tapping out. Very, very shocked by that. That was a little bit stunning. Did not expect that. And then Tana was very emotional in the promo afterwards. I think Tana knows his time's nearly done, but he's doing what he can to spread the New Japan name and bring the fans along with him. And I give him credit for that. And he deserves these accolades. He really does, for helping New Japan during its dark times. So that overall was pretty good. I know I kind of skipped through some of the stuff, but if I analyze every move, we'd be here all goddamn day. So, B block, point totals. Juice Robinson with 6, Yoshihashi with 2, Toru Yano with 6, Sonata with 4, Goto with 4, Kenta with 4, Zack Sabre Jr. with 4, Evil with 6. We then get Tanahashi with 6, and Naito leading the block with 8. We could get Naito versus Kota Ibushi in the finals. That'd be a lot better than having Jay White anywhere near there. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.